If you've never been in a relationship, let me clear something up. You're not behind. You're not broken. And you're definitely not missing some secret manual on love. Actually, you might have an advantage you don't even see yet. See, the people who seem, naturally, good at relationships, they're not experts. They just got lucky with compatible communication styles, or learned the hard way through trial and error. And trust me, most of that trial and error leaves scars, and most errors turn into bad habits. Funny thing, we'll spend hours reading phone reviews, comparing restaurants, but expect human emotions to magically make sense. By instinct alone, your relationship inexperience isn't a flaw. It's a clean slate. While others are unlearning toxic patterns, you get to start fresh and build good ones from day one. You haven't picked up dysfunctional habits, normalized red flags, or lowered your standards just to avoid being alone. You're not behind in love. You're ahead in self-knowledge. Chapter 1: Debunking the natural at relationships myth. People aren't born good at love, they're just good at hiding that they're figuring it out too. And that, honestly, might be the most liberating thing you hear today. We treat relationship skills like they should be intuitive. But would we expect someone to drive a car well without lessons? No. Yet somehow, emotional intelligence is supposed to just happen. Most people stumble through love, repeating the same mistakes, confusing passion with compatibility, drama with depth, intensity with intimacy. Then they scratch their heads when patterns repeat, and everyone suddenly becomes a relationship expert the moment their friends start dating. Oh, you should definitely text her back. Meanwhile, their own love life is, well, a highlight reel of questionable decisions. Those people who seem naturally gifted. Most of the time, they just had better examples growing up, read more about emotional intelligence, or went to therapy. In other words, they learned the skills. And the best part, you can learn those same skills without collecting all the painful scars first. Your fresh start isn't a disadvantage. It's a competitive edge. Chapter 2: Why movies ruined your relationship expectations. Think about it. Your idea of love was shaped by people paid to create drama. That explains why your expectations feel slightly impossible. Every romantic movie follows the same formula: instant chemistry, one big obstacle, a grand gesture, and happily ever after. 2 hours, problem solved. Done. Real relationships, they're built in the Tuesday night grind. Conversations about splitting the grocery bill. Bonds strengthened when someone brings you soup while you're sick, not when they chase you through an airport. Movies don't show two people arguing about whose turn it is to take out the trash and somehow coming closer after. They don't show comfortable silences, laughing at something ridiculous, or surviving awkward family dinners together. Movies make it look like love conquers all, but the truth, respect makes love last. And respect grows through consistent, tiny actions, not grand performances. Real love is a slow build, not a lightning strike. And that makes it way more satisfying. Chapter 3: The communication skills no one taught you. We expect partners to be mind readers, and then get frustrated when they fail. Communication in relationships isn't about being right, it's about being understood. Two very different goals. The magic formula: say what you mean what you say, and don't say it mean. Sounds simple, but most of us still expect our partner to decode cryptic hints. Instead of saying, "I feel left out when you make plans without me," we bottle it up and mutter, "Fine, go have fun," wondering why they don't get it. Spoiler: they're not mind readers. Mean what you say is about following through. Threaten consequences you won't enforce. Don't make promises you won't keep. Don't say it mean is where most relationships fall apart. Focus on behavior, not the person. When you say, "When you interrupt me, I feel unheard," it lands completely differently than, "You never listen." Listen to understand, not to respond. That tiny shift will improve every single relationship in your life. Chapter 4: How to fight without breaking up. Healthy couples don't avoid conflict. They just fight smarter. And this might be the single most important relationship skill you never learned. Most fights aren't really about what you think they're about. The argument about dishes, usually about feeling unappreciated. The fight about being late, often about feeling like your time isn't respected. Your conflict resolution framework: first, ask yourself, what am I really upset about? Then communicate that deeper need instead of just the surface complaint. The goal isn't to win, The goal is to understand each other and find a solution together, like teammates solving a problem. When things get heated, try this. I need a few minutes to process this. Can we continue in an hour? That's not giving up. That's staying in the fight without breaking the relationship. That's maturity. Knowing when emotions are too high for productive conversation. If you can't fight constructively, you can't build a lasting relationship. Conflict itself isn't the enemy. Poor conflict resolution is. Chapter 5: Boundaries aren't walls, they're gates. Good fences make good neighbors, and good boundaries make good partners. But somewhere along the way, we started thinking boundaries meant being closed off. Truth is, healthy relationships need more boundaries, not fewer. They're not about keeping people out. They're about making property lines clear. Think of boundaries like phone settings. You put it on do not disturb. Not because you hate people, but because you need focused time to function well. Relationship boundaries protect your ability to show up fully when it matters. What do good boundaries look like in practice? I need an hour after work to decompress. Before we talk about our day, I'm not comfortable with you going through my phone, but I'm happy to share anything you're curious about. Clear boundaries actually build more trust, not less. When someone knows your lines, they can love you confidently without accidentally crossing them. And when you respect their boundaries, they feel safe to be vulnerable. Boundaries aren't about control, they're about respect. And respect is the foundation everything else rests on. Chapter 6: Your attachment style isn't your destiny. Yes, your childhood shaped your love patterns, but you can still update the software. Attachment theory isn't a life sentence, it's a guide. Think of it like your emotional operating system. Some run Windows, some Mac, some that quirky Linux setup only the user understands. Secure attachment. That's like having the latest software update, smooth, stable, and ready for growth. Everything runs smoothly when your attachment style is secure. But what about the others? Anxious attachment is like having too many browser tabs open. Everything feels overwhelming, and you're worried the whole system will crash. Avoidant attachment. That's private browsing mode. You're protecting yourself, but you're also limiting your ability to truly connect. Fearful avoidant is like wanting the relationship app, but fearing its malware. You want connection, but you're terrified it'll break your system. Knowing your attachment style is step 1. You can develop security through conscious effort and healthy relationships. Your past set defaults, but you get to choose your responses now. Learn to communicate your attachment needs clearly. I tend to need more reassurance when I'm stressed. Sometimes I need space to process before we talk about feelings. That's not broken behavior. It's self-awareness in action. Chapter 7: The First State Authenticity Formula. Be yourself from day one, or spend forever pretending to be someone else. Here's where most people get it backwards. First dates often turn into a performance. Everyone shows their highlight reel, trying to impress, avoiding anything weird or flawed. Then months later, the relationship feels shallow. Your so-called flaws. They might be exactly what the right person is looking for. The person who thinks you're too quiet. Not your person. Your person will appreciate your thoughtfulness. The one who thinks you're too energetic. Also not your person. Your person will love your enthusiasm. Your authenticity formula: share something real. Ask something curious. Be genuinely interested in their answer. Instead of asking, "What do you do for work?" Try, "What's something you've learned recently that surprised you?" Instead of, "Do you have hobbies?" Ask something that sparks curiosity and invites real conversation. Try what makes you lose track of time. The right person will be drawn to your authentic self. The wrong person, they won't be attracted to any version of you. Find out which one they are early. Don't waste time trying to please everyone. You're not trying to be chosen by all. You're trying to find your person. And your person is looking for exactly who you actually are. Chapter 8: Red flags, yellow flags, and green flags. Some warning signs whisper, others scream. Learn to hear both. Think of this as your relationship radar. Red flags are non-negotiable. They disrespect boundaries, make you feel unsafe, or consistently put their needs above basic decency. Everyone has flaws, but red flags are protect yourself signals. Yellow flags deserve attention, but aren't automatic deal breakers. Being frequently late, interrupting, or surrounded by constant drama could be fixable, or might reveal deeper patterns. Pay attention, but don't panic. Green flags. These are signs someone could be good relationship material. Green flag 1, they're curious about your thoughts, not just trying to impress. They remember what you say and follow up. Green flag 2, they have their own life and interests. They're not looking to you to complete them or solve their problems. Green flag 3, they handle small conflicts maturely. When you disagree about something minor, they listen, acknowledge your perspective, and work toward solutions. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. If someone feels right, pay attention to that too. Chapter 9, Building Trust Without Building Walls. Trust is earned in drops and lost in buckets. Let's talk about building it carefully, without becoming completely guarded. Most people think trust is all or nothing. Either you trust completely or not at all. But real trust grows gradually, through consistent small actions. Think of it like a ladder. You don't jump from the ground to the top rung. You take it one step at a time, each step giving confidence for the next. First rung, reliability. Do they show up when they say they will? Follow through on small commitments. If you can't trust the little things, you definitely can't trust the big ones. Second rung, emotional safety. Can you share concerns without them getting defensive? Be vulnerable without fear of it being used against you later. Many relationships stall here. Gradual trust building protects both of you. You're not unloading your deepest secrets on date 3, but you're also not setting yourself up for devastating betrayal. Match your vulnerability to their trustworthiness. Share a little, see how they handle it, then share more if they earn it. Chapter 10. Staying yourself while building. Use. Multiply your individuality. They don't divide it. This is the difference between healthy love and codependency. When excitement takes over, it's easy to start molding yourself to fit what you think they want. You stop doing what you love, adopt their opinions, and slowly disappear into the relationship. What actually works? Two whole people choosing to share lives, not two halves trying to become one complete person. You don't complete each other, you complement each other. Maintain your own interests while developing shared ones. Keep your Tuesday pottery class and invite them sometimes, but don't give it up if they're not interested. Your individual growth makes you more interesting, not less. Here's how you know you're doing it right. You should still have conversations that don't revolve around your relationship. You should still have friends who know you as an individual, not just as half of a couple. The goal isn't to merge into one person. The goal is to be two interesting people who love spending time together. The person who fell for you was attracted to who you are, not who you might become if you changed everything. Stay that person, just with better relationship skills. Being relationship ready matters more than being relationship experienced. After everything we've covered, you're more ready than most people who've been dating for years. What do you now have that many experienced daters don't? You know, communication skills can be learned. You understand conflict is normal and can even strengthen a relationship when handled well. You respect boundaries. You're aware of attachment patterns. You know authenticity from day one prevents most problems. Most importantly, you know your worth isn't determined by your relationship status, your ultimate competitive advantage. You're approaching love with intention, not desperation. You're not trying to fill a void. You're looking to share your life with someone who appreciates exactly who you are. When you meet someone worth your time, you'll recognize them, not through instant fireworks, but because they show green flags, curiosity about you, respect for your boundaries, and mature conflict handling. Your first relationship doesn't have to be a practice run. It can be the one that works, because you've done the preparation. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're definitely ready. You've got this.